So, Dune 2 is out, and you figure it's a sequel to a science fiction movie. Who would be better to review said film than our own Bird? Bird, who was so into movies that when he worked for the radio station, our show answering phones, he slowly, meticulously brought in a home theater. So during the show, he could watch movies with headphones on while he was supposed to be answering phones. The show was so boring.
He was like that guy who would steal a Corvette from the GM plant in Detroit, just taking one part out at a time, which never actually happened, but it was a big radio stunt. Except he did it by building a home theater at work. He'd bring in one component at a time, so no one thought anything of it until he was back there.
We couldn't figure out that he had speakers and then headphones and a computer. I'm not lying to you.
Surround sound.
I'm not lying to you. He brought in a whole system. He would lug it in so he could watch movies during the show. And it didn't occur to him. Here's how perfect his life is. First of all, we all get along with him. He holds no resentment towards us. And he just sat. We didn't even fire him. He got fired because of screwing around during COVID. And management got all nervous about it.
Oh, that's right.
He put up social media posts of him out gallivanting at bars during COVID, and management got all weirded out by it. It was like at the beginning of COVID where everyone was acting perfect. It was handled so well by all of us.
He was posting on doorknobliquors.com.
Exactly. And so he was like, screw COVID, I gotta take a picture. And it was like him and like 15 people, and management was just like, no, they were very weirded out by it. But you had to sift through this audio, Hardy. Take us, young Nicholas. It was a premiere of Dune 2. Young Nicholas and Bird were out at the theater, and you had to sit through this audio.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes on for there are big chunks that I edited out that is mostly silence and mumbling. And what really strikes me about both of these guys is, Nick, I say this with all the love in my heart, you can't speak. Like you are sneaky bad at talking for somebody who works in the radio business.
No, that's why. I mean, that's his dream is to read books, is to do audible books.
And there's one thing at the end. I slowed it down. I listened to it 10 times. I have no idea what Bird says, but Nick can understand it. They speak each other's language.
Okay.
So the two mumbling, stuttering pricks known as Nick and Bird talking about Dune 2 for 20 minutes, mercifully cut down by a factor of 1/4 for you now.
All right, what's your name?
Bird.
Is it okay to use this for the radio?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to ask right off the bat, what do you think of the show?
I thought the movie was great.
No, I was talking about the show.
Oh, the new show? Yeah.
Yeah, the new show.
Oh, I am enjoying it.
You're enjoying this show?
Yes, I am.
What's your favorite moment of the new show?
I love... It's not exactly a moment. I love how Fred doesn't let Hardy talk that much. I think that's hilarious.
That's a bit we've been doing.
First of all, can you just go back to the very beginning? And this has bugged me about Squishy Nicky for years. The first thing that he says.
All right, what's your name?
Bird.
Is it okay to use this for the radio?
Absolutely.
Use this for the radio? Yeah, use it for the radio? The radio? Can you say the? Can you do THs? Because he does it. I guess he does it in conversation.
Get Nick on the mic.
I guess he does it in conversation. I don't notice. But when you go on mic and you're recording something for the show, wouldn't you try and speak a little bit better than you normally do?
I overthink it, and then I screw up more.
Nick, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. Say it. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
What was it? One more time. Sorry.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain mainly. I'm sorry.
All right. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain mainly rains.
Nope. The rain in Spain.
The rain in Spain.
No, don't talk over me. Let me say it and then you say it. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
Now, you know what? Now I'm screwing up. Now, the rain in Spain mainly hit.
All right, again. The rain in Spain falls. No, stop it, Nick. The rain in Spain. Jesus, you're like a wet cat, Nick. Take some Ritalin. Let's go. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain mainly.
No, the rain in Spain.
I'm done.
No, Nicholas, you come back here. We're going to do this exercise. It's good for you. No, come back. Real quick. Come back, Nicholas. Here we go. You listen to me. Don't get so nervous. No one's judging you.
All
right.
I'm not nervous. I'm
okay,
just
well,
flustered.
Nicholas, don't get frustrated. We're going to get through this. The rain in Spain. Okay, so we're talking about the rain in Spain and how it falls from the sky. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. So the rain in Spain, and now it's falling on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
See, we did it.
Okay.
And see how good a father I am? That's all we had to do, young Nicholas. See how we did it together?
Yes.
All right. Now, don't get so frustrated next time, buddy. All right, you sit down. We'll get back to it later.
Do we know that from Gilligan's Island? That saying?
Yeah, I don't
Is that
know.
where we
I
learned
know it from like
That's
Happy
where I
Days or
learned it.
something.
Yeah,
Like
all right.
they were like someone was walking around with a book on their head. It was like they were going to like training.
Yeah.
But you see how I parent? You
Yes,
see how
very-
young
very
Nicholas?
good.
He was getting all frustrated. And I knew he wasn't mad at me. He was frustrated with himself. And so you know what we did? We didn't raise our voice or lose our temper, and we talked him through it, and he did it.
And he for some reason, he gets frustrated and nervous talking on the radio, even though he works on the radio.
All right. What's your name?
Bird.
Is it okay to use this for the radio?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to ask right off the bat. What do you think of the show?
I thought the movie was great.
No, I was talking about the show.
The new show? Yeah.
Yeah, the new show.
Oh, I am enjoying it.
You're enjoying this show.
Yes, I am.
What's your favorite moment of the new show?
I love. It's not exactly a moment. I love how Fred doesn't let Hardy talk that much. I think that's hilarious. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, Fred. I love you. You know I love you. You go on these. Fred goes on these rants. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't. And Hardy can't even get a word in. And I know Fred's going on vacation next week, so Hardy's got plenty of time to talk.
He is a fan of the show. He knows I'm going on vacation. Also, I have him wake me up in the morning. Now he has no problem doing it, that he doesn't work on the show. I'm kidding. John's looking at me like, really? He calls you in the morning? If you don't know, there was a big blow up between the two of us on the air because I had the audacity to ask him to call me on his way in to make sure I was up.
Which I thought was ridiculous at the time. I don't think it's ridiculous anymore.
No, it's certainly not. I wasn't. There was no ramifications if he didn't. It was just a kind of a favor between bros.
Sure.
I mean, he was getting paid to watch movies, and not Dune. He was getting paid to watch movies during the show. The show was so boring.
Movies
to him.
that he had probably already watched. Just wanted to have a screening of them again.
The man could not name a work of fiction. I'm not exaggerating when we said, "Can you?" He's got a college degree.
I was there that day.
From Curry College.
Oh boy.
You don't realize even if one of my kids really wants to go to Curry College, they can't.
Nope.
Like I can't do it.
No.
Like I'm not paying them. I'm not giving Curry College money. You
No.
gave a diploma to Bird. As much as you advertise on the stage, you could advertise all day. I can't do it.
We have employees here now, Milliken, and smart
And
guy.
they walk around with Curry College sweatshirts on, and I always point to them, and I go, Bird graduated from there, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's like I can't stop myself. It's like I got like something wrong with me where I gotta say it. Like every time I see Curry College, I'm like, they gave a degree to Bird,
They all
and he couldn't
disavow
name
Bird, too.
He didn't know what fiction meant, and then when we described what fiction meant to him, he couldn't name, like, conceptualize a book that was made up. And we even said Bird. It's a book that's not true. It's a book that someone made up. And he said the Bible, and we went, Bird, you clever bastard.
Boy.
That's true. All right.
Some favorite moments so far?
Yeah.
One hasn't been birthed yet. How about that?
None? Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow.
Okay, well, that was, it's really hard to take, considering he couldn't name a book of fiction that he couldn't think of something that happened on the show. TJ, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to correct you. You're going in on Nick there for the rain in Spain there. You're not even saying it right. You're saying rain in Spain falls on the plane, but it stays in the plane.
Oh.
TJ,
with you, my friend.
TJ, is
You
the
go in
point...
on people who don't know what you're talking about, Fred. Come on, buddy.
TJ, is the point... Okay, TJ, is the point that I was saying the phrase wrong or that Nick couldn't repeat what I was saying?
Well, there's a little bit of both there, but
No, there's a lot of one and not much of the other, TJ. TJ, you are just barreling through it. It doesn't really matter. There's no conversation with you, is there really, TJ? There's just a lot of you just blowing through people.
Absolutely not, Fred.
Okay, thank you, TJ.
That's what you picked up from this?
Well, I understand that it probably annoyed people I was saying it wrong, so I just wanted it on the table.
I would say that guy's the only guy listening that was annoyed by that.
You said it so many times, and I never thought you were saying it wrong. And I think you and I got it from the same TV show in our youth. And okay, so from My Fair Lady, TJ's right. It's the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plane, but I always heard it and recited as falls mainly on the plane.
Maybe that's
so I'm
because,
with you.
Maybe that's because that was the joke that we didn't get from Gilligan's Island. Regardless, if I was
maybe.
saying it wrong.
I want to go see Dune 2, but I really don't know what's going on. You're in luck. Soon you will know what's going on.
Oh, cool.
So what movie did we go see?
Dune Part 2. At the dunes of the Cape. Bow, bow, bow. If you like making love at midnight. Come on, guys, do it.
Well, why don't you give me a recap of what happened in the first movie?
So in the first movie, we have a young prince named Paul. Excuse me, Duke. His name is Paul. And he's...
Huh? There's a young prince named Paul. His name's Duke.
His name is Matt, but he's a duke. He's a kick-ass duke.
He's a duke, which is very important to remember. He's the Duke of Port Pines. He's the Duke of Everett. He's got the biggest porch.
If you like pina coladas,
That's a joke because you said Dune. On the dunes of the Cape.
if you're not into yoga,
If you like making love at the dunes of the Port of Pines. All right, here we go.
So in the first movie, we have a young prince named Paul. Excuse me, Duke. His name is Paul. And he's going through a transition. His father's trying to prepare him to be the next leader of his people. And then they have to go to a planet to get spice. Now, spice is like, I'll compare it to oil because it's very important and it's useful for everything. And plants, there's a ton of plants and universes out there.
There's a ton of plants. Out there's a ton of plants.
Plants, universes out there.
It's kind of like Star Wars a little bit when it comes to that, but these
Like all the plants in Star Wars that were very crucial to the story, especially in the first one. Remember when we first meet Luke, all those plants?
Yeah, plants. There's a lot of plants there now on the ice planet Hoth.
Yeah, I don't recall plants in anything, but he's a big Jedi guy because that's when they went to the jungle.
There's a chance he's saying planets, but yeah.
Oh, I really didn't know
I
that.
hadn't even thought of that.
Planets and universes.
Oh,
I thought he said plants too.
wow.
That's
Ooh,
plant?
I don't want to spend too much time with this, but let's see if he is saying planets.
plants, there's a ton of plants and universes.
Whoa, that is just ignoring
Hardy,
the second
what
syllable.
a catch that was.
Well, I mean, he did spend 20 minutes. There's
Jesus.
20 minutes of this. I mean, who knows untold hours. Wow, he just said, forget the second syllable. We're going plants.
Yeah.
Plants, there's a ton of plants and universes out there. It's kind of like Star Wars a little bit when it comes to that, but these people want the spice so bad, it's worth billions and trillions of dollars. So, in the first movie, there was a little bit of backstabbing going on. Paul's dad passes away, and he's now with the rat people, and he basically just trains with them and grows with them and leads them to a prophecy, which leads into the second movie.
No, what?
Yeah.
Repeat that real
I
quick.
don't remember what I just said.
Oh, the rain in Spain stays.
Mainly in the plane.
All right, here we go. Now you're caught up on what happened in Dune,
Thank goodness.
and this is just Bird's feelings on what he just saw.
We're gonna talk about the Dune 2.
Yeah, they just walked out of the movie. Now, no spoilers.
Now remember, there's backstabbing in the first one.
Okay.
All right, so what happens? What happens in this movie?
So Paul's been trained. We come to find out his mother's pregnant, which is weird. It was creepy. Like, I know I'm giving this away. Hopefully they blur it out. But a talking fetus talking to you through, like, psyches, it's just weird. It's just a weird movie.
Oh, Jesus, why'd you leave that in? Now everyone who wants to see Dune 2 is going to know what's going on.
I should have blurred it for everyone watching on the radio. So, Bird, next time I'll do better.
Planks. Hi, it's Isaac Asimov, and I here to talk about plants. You know, Ploot?
Plants talk fetus.
Sat.
Psyche's is weird.
That just should be his movie review. And there's Nick.
How do I say? Government issues. The emperor and the other people were backstabbing each other.
More backstabbing.
Paul's trying to lead these group of people who believe in him because they believe he's a prophecy. And he's trying to get the prophecy to come true. And there's a lot of hardships going on. And there's a lot of battles, great battles. There was a good battle. Nothing like Avengers or Lord of the Rings, but it was up there. I say it's 3 out of those the top 3. That's number 3.
If you ever made a video of this, you could just spend an hour trying to figure out how to list what he's. Where would Lord of the Rings be in this whole devil's threesome?
Lord of the Rings, but it was up there. I say it's 3 out of those the top 3. That's number 3. The battle fight. And so there's going to be a part 3, obviously.
What?
Battle
And
fight?
Everything good happens in threes. Part 3, 3 things. Lord of the Rings.
It's a good battle fight.
Him and Zolak should do a show. Just called Ugh. Ugh and the Ugg Man. I wonder if Zolak's like got his bifocals on and he's like, indeed, yes. That is about plants and universe.
Paul becomes this magnificent leader. Everyone follows him. And his mother and other people is the Dunes. He's not in the Cape, though. It's not the Dunes of the Cape. Maybe Australia Outback guy.
That.
If you like making love at midnight,
Now,
Maybe Australia Outback guy.
dunes on the Cape.
Maybe Australia Outback guy.
I don't know. I listened to it 20 times. I've heard
Maybe
it.
Australia Outback guy.
Maybe Australia Outback guy.
What if like all of a sudden there was like mass carnage? That was the sign to the rebels to finally rise up. People of the Ukraine.
Maybe Australia Outback guy.
That's going forward.
Maybe Australia Outback guy.
Yeah, that's good.
do you
Outback,
know?
oi.
Do you know what he's saying?
He's saying, let's go to Outback, oi. Get a blooming onion.
That's what I swear to God,
Australia
that's all I
Outback.
can hear is Outback.
Maybe
Australia.
Australia Outback guy.
Australia Outback.
And yeah, that was great.
All right. All right, do you want me to play both of these, or if I was going to play one of these, what should I play? Casting or ending?
Oh, casting. Oh, you got to hear these. You got to
Maybe we'll
hear
save-
Siskel and Ebert talk about the
All right.
the casting of this film.
We'll get to Bird's future at a later time because let's stick to Dune. Now here is Bird and Nick. Now what are they doing here? I haven't heard
They're
this.
talking about the casting of the film. Who's in the film? Who?
Okay, they
did-
just saw the movie.
They just saw the
They
movie.
have phones that are computers in their hands.
And it is their job on this night. Bird is helping out, but his next job for the two of them to review this movie.
I think you're leaning us into maybe this is a Nick problem. Okay. It's Nick, 2 adult men, 1 with a child, both with college degrees. You have a college degree, Nick? Okay, I thought you did. You were an intern.
Who's in this movie?
Is her name Selena? She played Mary Jane Spider-Man. If that's not her real name, whatever. I don't care.
Okay, who
His name's
else?
Lou Banga.
What the hell is he talking? He just talks so fast. He doesn't believe in second syllables. That's the problem.
What did he just say?
He said her name is Selena. It's not. It's Zendaya.
Okay.
He was the president of Selena's fan club. Did you know that?
Oh.
Is Selena the artist that was...
All gunned down by the president of the fan club.
Yeah.
Yes. Tejano superstar.
Tejano's got too many syllables. It's Tan.
Yeah, Tano.
Not even Ta.
It's like Lone Ranger and Tano.
No, Lone Ranger Tan. That would be Tan. Tan.
I'm drawing blanks.
Who's the lead actor? Who's
He's a young kid. I've seen him in other movies. I can't think of his name right now. I hate when you ask me this question because I always draw blanks.
Timothy?
Not Timothy Olympia. That's the other guy.
What?
Timothy Olympia?
It's Timothy Olympia.
What?
Timothy Olympia?
What?
Timothy Olympia?
Timothy Chalamet is Chalamet.
Chalamet.
But otherwise known
Timothy
as
Chalamet, the god.
Otherwise known as Timothy Olympia.
Timothy Olympia?
Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Olympia.
Dave Bautista. There's that Pete.
Dave Bautista, of course, from Married with Children.
Dave Bautista. There's that Page girl. I can't think of her name. She was Black Widow's sister. You know what I'm talking about.
Florence Pugh.
Pugh. It was close enough. Page Pugh. Pugh. Stinky badonkadonk. Haha. Who's Thanos? I can't think. Josh Brolin. There we go. Josh Brolin's in
Okay.
it.
Who stole the show, you think?
The guy who played Old Men in Old Country. Something. Old Men in Old Country.
This guy who watches movies every morning on the show. It's the guy from Old Men in His Old Country.
That's right.
How come I now know what he's talking about?
The winner for Best Picture is...
Old Men in Old Country. Old Country for No Men. The guy who played Old Men in Old Country. Something. Old Men in Old Country.
No Country for Old Men?
Old Country for No Men. Yeah, the main villain guy.
You just said
Oh my
For
God.
no men.
Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin in
He just
in
says-
Old Country for No Men.
He says everything wrong.
Everything.
Wrong.
Timothy
His
Olympia?
brain is a real situation. They need to. Can you imagine how much he has to fight to get things from his mind into his mouth?
Just to fight through the day. Each day.
Hachi machi. It's exhausting.
It's a marathon. Every day is a marathon. Just communicate with people, get from point A to point B, consume information.
I think he can get the information in.
I'm not sure about that.
I do. I think
There's a barrier somewhere.
I think that he can get the information in. It's getting the information out.
Old Men in Old Country. Old Country for No Men.
All right.
It's like getting a needle through a jar of mayonnaise.
just every
Like
day.
it's just like forcing it slowly through the glob.
Just tired at the end of the day.
No Country.
That's why I can't play the last clip because it's just too much.
It's too
like
much.
too much.
No Country for Old Men?
Old Country for No Men. Yeah, the main villain guy.
You just said what?
Remember he was running around like this, banging his chest. He was talking about the prophecy. He's the man. Who's the one?
Since there's a lot of conversation about like spices and whatnot from this movie.
Yep.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
I liked Sporty Spice. Then it was Posh Spice. I can't.
Ew.
Baby Spice? I like Baby Spice. No, sorry, Baby
No,
Spice.
Sporty Spice was like kind of gross.
Was she? I can't remember her face in front of me right now.
Hold on.
And then you must have been a Sporty Spice girl.
No, I was not. And as they were talking about this, I thought about it. My favorite was Scary Spice, and then I thought that was pretty racist because she was the only minority Spice, so that made her scary.
Well, she also had a relationship with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Mel B got pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy's got like 25 kids.
Yes.
He's got a lot of them.
But
Okay.
it started horribly. The middle was torture. The ending is bad. But it just listening to Nick with the radio, because I've been listening to him. Thank you very much. Yes.
All right.
Hearing Nick with
Is it okay to use this for the radio?
Do you hear that?
Use this for the radio?
Yes, I do. Dull radio.
I can't.
The radio? The radio? The radio?
The radio.
Dull radio.
Use this for the radio.
All right. I need to clean my brain. It's too much.
Sympathy Olympia?
God, Bird's never leaving that house. His poor parents. But they probably understand it. They probably just ignore him. Don't you think? That now it's just a matter of ignoring him?
I can't believe that, you were friends with him and he called you to wake you up and he worked on this show and now you're speaking this way about him.
In the first movie, there was a little bit of backstabbing going on.
Yeah, a lot of backstabbing going on here.
The Emperor and the other people were backstabbing each other.
All consumed with the backstabbing.
That poor banana place that he had to chop the bananas at.
That's right. That was a gym, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bird. All right. Well, thanks
Nick.